My 23 female friend, 22 female, found my boyfriend, 23 male, on a dating app. This happened just 10 minutes ago. She sent me multiple screenshots from his profile. There are even pictures that I took. I showed screenshots to my boyfriend and he's denying everything. He said he doesn't have an app on his phone, showed it to me and he doesn't. The profile can't possibly be old because one of the pictures I took 3 months ago and we've been dating for 2 years. I've been cheated on before and this situation is sending me into a panic attack. I don't know what to do. Check the App Store on his phone. That will tell you if he has ever downloaded the app and, normally, the last time it was accessed. Are these recent pictures ones that either you or your boyfriend posted on social media? If so, it is possible that someone stole them and set up a fake profile. You could ask one of your friends to message the dating profile. If they answer, then it is most likely a fake profile as your boyfriend knows you and your friends know. If the profile doesn't answer, then I would be a little suspicious. Check his battery usage. It'll show the app. Also, there's an app that can hide apps on phones too. What's his bio and info on there say? Are they photos he posted online? Could be a catfish, or he could be cheating. Do some investigating. Well, I have read a couple crazy best friend stories in the past hour so. Sure she isn't setting him up to break y'all up? Lol. My M37 biological son, M18, thinks I don't like him. Which isn't true. I first met my bio son 8 months ago. I knew of his existence and I knew that he was adopted when he was 3, but I never met him before him finding me. He's a bright kid. Talks your head off, real creative, and real optimistic. Me on the other hand, not so much. I was just like that the first half of my life but shit hit the fan, spent years locked up, and now I'm here. I'm currently renovating my house on my own, and he comes every day. I kept telling him in the beginning that he doesn't have to come and help, but he didn't listen. After a while it became the norm. I gotta admit, it feels nice. His company, him actually talking to me. Truth is, I don't have many people around me, and him coming over feels nice. I am really bad at talking about difficult moments. I never talk about these things with other people. When I do talk about them, I imagine talking to myself, revisiting the situation because it's easier that way. A few days ago he asked a question. I answered with honesty, but I admit it was harsh. I was just talking without thinking and he left a while later, but I didn't notice anything was off. He skipped coming the next 2 days, and then he dropped by earlier today to let me know that he'll quit bothering me and said that I didn't like him. He left as quick as he came. This isn't true. I care about him, I really do, and I wish that I didn't have a hard way of showing it. Was I wary about everything at first? Yes, but I'm glad he's in my life now. I would like to express this, without difficulty, any methods would help. Tell him you enjoy his company. Invite him over to help yourself, don't assume he'll come. I think I understand what you meant to say, but based off of your comment you really need to do a better job of explaining to your son that you aren't upset that he was born. 'Cause you told the kid that he should have been aborted. You didn't even say that this was the way you once felt, you just straight up told the kid it would have been better if he had been aborted, as well as admitting that this has been your feeling since before he was actually born. You might be able to repair the damage with a simple conversation and huge apology, but don't expect or force it. If your son needs some time away from you, accept that. You messed up really badly, even if it was an accident. Good luck, Op. Can you invite him over and send him a link to this post? You seem to communicate well in writing, so don't feel shame in sending him this. It will be good insight for him into how you communicate, and your fears and hesitations. But also, good God, you need to clarify to him that you didn't mean that he shouldn't have been born, but that you proposed adoption at an earlier age. He won't know unless you say that, clearly. Show him what you've written here? Call him up and offer a few family therapy sessions. Be honest with him and tell him how you feel. My 38M wife, 39F, doesn't love me anymore. We have been married for 10 years and have 3 kids. About 2 years ago, she told me that she didn't want to only be a mom and took a hobby. I have been depressed since lockdown but encouraged her to do so. It was a 1 evening per week commitment. This last year, her hobby took more importance, and she goes there 2 times a week, plus 3-4 Saturday or Sunday per year for competition. She started losing weight and I could feel that she loved her new self. Being depressed and stuck at home 2 times a week to take care of the kids while she was having fun, I started to resent her. Last week, she handed me a note. We both are not the talkative type, saying that she loved me very much, loved our family and the home we built, but that she wasn't in love anymore. She didn't know where to go from there but wanted to talk. It came out of nowhere for me and I felt the ground fall under my feet. Being in a bad state of mind, I took that as an opportunity. I apologized and started to help more at home. I love her with all my heart and want to better myself to keep her. I'm deeply motivated to get out of that depression. It's so fucking hard. Want to get couple counseling, she agreed, and have some time together, which we haven't had for a long while. I just wish that it will be enough to rekindle something in her. But then things started to get worse. The shock threw me in a very talkative mood. We go to bed at the same time and talk on the bed, I mostly do. She then told me that this questioning started for her in April 2022 when she started having feelings for someone. She assured me it is not the case anymore. Later, she confessed they kissed. I wanted to know who it was but she refused to tell me. I then did something I shouldn't have. I checked her messages. I trust her, I just wanted to know who it was. I found the guy, the really cut contact, and I truly believe there is nothing between them anymore. But then I found another one. He is married. They started seeing each other in November. He came to eat with her at noon. After her hobby they met up at least once in his car, to hide from the others. I don't know for sure how far they went. On Monday she texted him, she told him things I crave for, and at the same time they both agreed to stop seeing each other. He is apparently trying to fix things with his wife too. This was Monday. She did not tell a thing about me or what she told me. My only hope is that this change of heart is due to me and my efforts and she is willing to give me a chance, but right now I am destroyed. Should I fight for this or is this a lost cause? Too long did not read. Married for 10 years with 3 kids. She doesn't love me anymore. I'm ready to fight but I don't know if I should. TBH, this sub has officially gave me fear of marriage. You checked out long before she did. Also, you are not stuck at home with your kids. You are their father, so act like one. Be a role model for them. Get off your ass and get help and work on yourself and on your relationship. You let it go that far. If you're lucky, there's hope and a chance to work it out, but dude, you gotta do the work here with her help if she still wants to. Sorry, I'm hung up on, stuck at home 2 times a week to take care of the kids, and started to resent her. They're your fucking kids. Seems to me she grew a spine and a brain and you better get your shit together. Couples counseling sounds wise, but you better be ready to really step up and stop treating her like nothing more than a bangmaid, cook, and babysitter. She's a human being. Resentful of being stuck at home for 2 days, but aren't there 7 in the week? Once she became unhappy, you started helping again? So when did you stop? It seems like this relationship hasn't been your first priority in a long time. Neither has hearing what she said. So why should she remain invested in the relationship? She should not have cheated. Cheating is wrong. And she should have ended your marriage the moment she knew she was that unhappy. You have been an absentee partner, and her being unhappy enough to want out should be a catalyst for you to be a good partner. Both can be true. My dude. Get in therapy. You need to work on yourself a bit. Can you fix this? I think you can if you are serious about it. I see you comment about what you wish she would say to you. Do you say such things to her? Have you given her romance? Her finding a hobby is a good thing. You both trying to work on your marriage together is a good thing. I am glad you're going to get counseling. My parents did back in the day and they will be married 58 years this year. They had them time and solo time with us kids. Both had hobbies and shared one together. It's going to take work. Trust me. Lots of folks at our divorce might suggest it's over. And you should know when it is over. My 22M, pregnant wife, 23F, is very sick and I just feel like I'm not doing enough for her. Am I not doing enough for my pregnant wife? Long read, sorry. So me, 22M, and my wife, 23F, got married in October of 2022 and end of December we found out she was pregnant with our obviously firstborn. Now I'll admit at first when we found out I was the most enthusiastic. Certain personal things have led me to be fearful of becoming a parent, at least mainly this early. But everything was great for first few weeks and then she began getting very sick. At first we thought the symptoms were normal for a pregnant woman and we just waited for our first obgyn appointment. But she was throwing up so often and basically borderline fainting all the time and we eventually had to go to the a couple days before our actual appointment. Basically just told her everything looked okay, she just needs to drink way more than usual. But she just can't keep it down. Obgyn explains that since a previous surgery she had, this will come back later. She is going to be more sick and ill than most normal, pregnant women. She prescribed meds but they just haven't been helping and we are cycling through a ton of medication for her. But her nausea and blackout spells basically resulted in her needing to be home resting because she can barely get to the bathroom at times. So now I am the only one being in money, but I'm also a full-time student, and since she is home she tries to cook and clean but can't, so not only am I full-time student, only one working, cooking, and cleaning, I am also doing whatever she needs at the moment to help her out. I also want to make it note that I have no issue with this. I understand what she is going through and I don't expect anything from her. But 2 weeks ago she told me she thought it was best I go stay with her parents 3 hours away because they can help take care of her and I won't be so stressed. I said okay, whatever you think is best, but part of this kinda hurt me a little. And I think she saw it in my face. A couple years ago she got weight loss surgery but it did not treat her body well. For some reason her body lost weight so rapidly that she was in and out of the hospital for months, and finally beginning of 2022 she was in hospital from January start of March, literally on her deathbed. The doctor said this has only happened to maybe 3 others out of maybe like 1,000 people he does surgery on. So during this time I was also the only one paying bills and taking care of everything. So when she saw my face she explained it's best to go with her parents for now until she is better because she feels terrible that multiple times now I'm the only one taking care of things. But honestly I just am upset she went to parents because it makes me feel like I as a husband am not able to take care of her, and I just wonder what I could do to help take care of her because I hate the fact that I feel like she doesn't view me as a supportive husband, But I also do not blame her at all. You are doing incredible. Taking care of your pregnant wife, work, full-time study, and household. That's a lot. She didn't go to her parents because you failed. She did because she feels like a burden to you. Don't be hard on yourself. Most partners aren't expected to do literally everything like you are now. And you're a full-time student. You both love each other and are both making sacrifices for each other. She's preventing you from burnout. She's pregnant, not just sick. This is only the beginning for both of you. Take this time to take care of yourself and be ready for a baby. Let her parents take care of her for a while. It means no detriment to you at all. Good luck. She probably feels guilty at how much care she needs. This sounds like she has hyperemesis gravidarum? Sounds like a really rough time for both of you. I really hope she starts to feel better soon. You're doing an amazing job in tough circumstances. I had hyperemesis gravidarum during my pregnancy, which it sounds like what your wife has. I can't speak for her obviously, but I felt so guilty all the time watching my husband have to take on so much when I was so helpless. Sure, he did it to take care of me, but I sometimes offered to go stay with my parents so he could have a break. I know you say she's not a burden, but I'm sure she feels like that right now. It's so hard to go from 50-50 to relying on your partner completely. I'm sure she doesn't think you aren't supportive. If anything, she probably worries that you are too supportive. I have a disability, and should my fiancé and I get pregnant, we are both aware that we will need to be as close to my parents as possible. It has nothing to do with him not being a great partner or provider and everything to do with being one human being. I wouldn't be able to do much, and the stress of needing one person to do everything for me would be hard for me to deal with.